What? What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another Getting to Know the Artist. I'm Wiggles, and we have with us our first ever father-son duo on this channel. We're here with Hell's Bellz, baby. What is going on? Happy Friday, everybody. I hope your
Yeah.
night's going great. I started this stream early. I thought I had it set at 7 o'clock. I was in here at 7 o'clock ready to roll, and then I'm like, oh, it's the wrong time. How you how you fellas doing?
We're
Oh,
good, man. We was
fantastic.
out. Yeah, we was out having dinner. And when you hit us up earlier talking about 7 o'clock, I was like, oh shit.
Over
You're
here, man.
right, right. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
Real
man.
quick,
But
just
nah,
shouting
man.
out
We've
some.
been we've been chilling. We was in the studio all morning, so now we're hanging out with you this evening.
Yeah, man.
Hell
Been a
yeah.
very busy
Um,
day.
Zaria Ortega, whoop whoop. I don't think I've seen that name. They're here for you.
Whoop
Hey,
whoop.
My boy
man.
Widget in the house. Sight Sick in the house.
Yeah, that's
Lumberjack.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, without further ado, everybody usually about knows how it goes. We're just gonna jump right into these questions now. With the both of you, being on the same screen, even that's even different within itself. We had Mutiny a couple weeks ago, but they all had their own individual screen. So I'm just gonna leave it up to y'all. Like, you guys both can answer, but just like one of you answer maybe first and then the next one, or I'll let you guys decipher who's gonna lead, who's gonna follow, who's gonna answer what part. I'm generally gonna ask the question and you can answer it as a group, as a whole, or as an individual. So, because
Okay.
I know being a father, a son, a little age different, some of the answers might be a little different. So,
Yeah, that's very
Oh
true.
yeah.
Two different generations right here. So you can get
right
anytime.
on. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. It's pretty simple. What is your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live now?
Well, I'm psych sick. I was born in Stanton, Virginia. I moved to Martinsburg, West Virginia when I was like around 11 years old. My mother brought us here. And I'm still in Martinsburg, West Virginia, holding it down. Been holding it down ever since.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
born here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Name's Camo, and I reside pretty close to Martinsburg. I live in a little town called Falling Waters. Been
all
here.
right, so there was just no need or want to travel, or you just kind of like the area, family, good
Yeah,
environment. I don't, you know.
a lot of family moved here. Like my mom's from Tennessee, and he's from Virginia. And everybody just kind of ended up here in like Martinsburg, West Virginia, and a lot of few siblings living here, a lot of couple baby mamas living here. So there's a lot of family here.
I
So
Yeah, yeah, I get it. No, that's cool. All right. So the next question is a three-part. Are you a juggalo? How long have you been down? And and then as a whole, like as a group, I guess you would answer the next one. Do you guys consider yourself juggalo rappers? Some people don't want to be put in a box. Some people don't see a box. So I don't know if you've even thought about that question or statement at all. But so yeah, I mean, like when did you discover you was a juggalo? I mean, are you a juggalo? When did you
I
discover?
think
How long have you been down? And do you
I'm probably
consider
the king
yourself
of this one
juggalo
first
rappers?
because like it all started with you, man.
It all started with me basically when it comes to us. The whole family's juggalos, honestly. Me, him, his three siblings, two of the baby mothers. But yeah, I'm a juggalo. I've been down since Malenko. I first heard of the clowns when they got kicked off of Island. No, when they got
This
kicked off of Hollywood
Hollywood
Records
Records, yeah.
and got signed by Island Def Jam. That was when I first heard about them. And at first I was kind of like, what is this? This is ridiculous. This can't be any good. And then me and a friend come buy some weed off me one day, and they had the Great Malenko with them, and they played the Netting game for me on CD. They wouldn't play any other game song except for that song. They wouldn't let me hear anything else on there. So I heard that, fell in love with it, and then ended up going and buying the disc for myself, and literally fell in love. And then, of course, once I started having kids, the music was played around them, and he was jumping around the chicken hunting in a diaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
boy.
dog. So like, yeah, it's literally like a family type shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
literally like, I was going to my first like Juggalo shows like by the age of 7. You know,
Man.
I
So you
saw
got you
like
got a first like world I don't know how you look at that. Was that a third?
I got a whole like first like second
Like I
generation
didn't
like
get that.
family to get
I
Juggalo.
discovered, you know what I'm saying? Like I was 13. My cousin Lindsay came to stay with me, and he had his hair spider braided. He was rocking the Great Malenko jersey, and I thought he was weird as fuck. I'm like, what in the heck, mom? But then
Yeah,
it was something like I'm like, wait a minute, this is neat. This is interesting. And then yeah, I started hearing the music. I'm like, whoa, and that was it. It's been a wrap. But to actually have like a Juggalo parent, I idolize that. That shit is so cool. I wish I could have had that because my parents were far the furthest thing from want to say a Juggalo. I mean, they were like Bible thumping or just a piece of shit was my father. So,
Yeah, man, I had
yeah.
him at the Hell's Pit tour at like 9 years old, and Rude Boy came over and got him and put him on the side of the stage and let him watch the clowns come out for the intro to the Hell's Pit show
No
way back in like
way.
2005, man. Yeah, he was like 9 years old and up there on the side of the stage with ICP way before there was ever a VIP and you were able to get on stage and stuff.
Man, I
Man,
heard about that stuff. That was even before my time, boy, or before I could actually get to a gathering. My life was a little rocky, you know. At 16, I was on my own and couldn't really be attending shows. But
yeah,
9 years old, shit, that's
yeah,
that's life. I envy you. That's awesome, and I
yeah.
am.
I
Most
definitely
people
had
like
a
you're
privileged
taking your kids
childhood.
to those shows. Well, yeah, I mean, this is who we are. Now, I do agree. Certain places and age range should maybe be in accordance, but that's a whole different subject. I envy that you got to do that shit because I definitely didn't at that age. So that's
yeah. They got
cool.
to come to gatherings at like they were definitely at a later age, but all four of them come to gatherings now and the whole nine. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And then, do you guys as a whole is Hell's Bells? Are you Juggalo rappers or rockers or whatever your genre is? Like, do you consider yourself like Juggalo in front of that word?
I'd say very much so. I'd say very much so. What do you think?
I feel like yeah, we definitely have a lot of influence when it comes to Juggalo music, because conceptually we do a lot of like storytelling, and that is very much like a Juggalo, type of thing to do, especially when it comes to ICP's music.
Horrorcore in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, horrorcore in general,
Yeah,
they're very much storytelling. But like, there's only so many times you can like talk about stabbing a motherfucker before it kind of gets a little played out. So we like to, change it up a little bit and try to make it as unique and original as possible.
Yeah.
yeah, and I respect that. Like that goes to like being just original and not just following. Like if you really like over analyze, then everything's been already exaggerated.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like still, you don't gotta stick with the same. Like you're a juggalo as an individual. You don't have to just always like, oh, I'll kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, yeah,
We
there's
get
there's
it.
definitely
You
a time
you
and place
you
for it.
banging.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Exactly.
so yeah, no, that's cool though. Yeah. So this next question is gonna be a different one for y'all, and um I guess maybe you know what I think I'm gonna ask the son to answer first because pops, you gonna have a different answer, I would think, or maybe not. The question goes as follows. You decide who goes first. I don't mind who answers, but what inspired you to start making music? What was that switch like? Hey, I want to do this, or I think I can do this. I want to be a rapper.
Go ahead and kick it down. You
Well,
start and then I'll.
you'll finish.
Or do you want me to let him know where it began? Well, I'll go ahead and start with me
All
real
right.
quick because it led up to you basically. way back in 2000, we started a group. Me and my friend, his name's Brian, aka King Killer, Sonny Black, Diabetic, whatever you want to call him. He's had mad AKA. Shout out to him over the years. We were in a group. We started a group called Homicidal Maniacs. We had a few different drops. You know, a lot of it was kind of horrorcore street shit as well. So that's kind of where my origins came from, was doing that anyway. So I was in that group for like 14 years. Well, that's the story of how I got there. Anyway, started rapping. I just kind of, you know, I got into ICP, and I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, if they can do this, I can do this. And I had already thought I could do it over the years anyway, because I had written little things here and there. I just never really came out with it. But then I had a dude come through my crib where I stayed at, and he had a 4-track recorder, which was basically all you needed to record on back in the day before we were doing it on like the computers and things. It actually
Right.
was recorded to a cassette and everything. But he had a sampler, a drum machine, and he brought all that stuff over to my house, and that's where it was born for me that day. You know, as from there, I went on to being in several different groups, side groups, solo music all over the place.
Man, you got a lengthy ass career, man.
You know, I've done 2 tours. I've opened for over 60 national artists, and then that brings me back to when I got off the second tour. No, it was the first tour. We toured the West Coast, and this guy here was graduating. So I'm like, I got to get back to home to see him graduate. You know what I mean? So it was kind of a rat
Right.
race to get back home right after tour to watch him graduate. But I got there luckily the night before, got to his graduation. I get there and he's on stage and he's rapping, performing at his graduation.
Yeah.
And to answer the chat, yes, we are a father-son duo. So then that's when I find out this guy's rapping, and you go ahead and take over from there.
I just do like back up a little bit too. Like even like before that, I just as a kid even do like just doing the juggler shit.
Beatboxing.
I also like that's how I first started my you know getting noticed in school was like beatbox at first because I didn't feel comfortable enough to spit some bars, but I knew how to do some beatbox and shit. So I just taught myself
Right.
that, and everybody knew I was the beatbox kid. And then you know, around 2001, 2002, you know, that's when he first dropped like his project with Homicidal Maniacs, and he took my little ass around everywhere he was going when it was doing music shit. So like naturally, I just kind of gravitated to it. You know, not only the juggalo shit, like you know, seeing the clowns on stage, not seeing that aspect, but like seeing it like firsthand. This man doing it, you know, and that kind of encouraged me more to want to do that because it's like doing, you know, horrorcore or doing like juggalo music. It's essentially like a fantasy. Like you're creating a whole world of you know
You get
storytelling.
to right. You get to dive into your fiction, or make your
Exactly.
own kind of
It's
reality and live it in a sense. Without
yeah,
maybe, I'm not saying like some. I say some of us, like I'm a rapper. I'm not a rapper, but some of us live a life and went through some things, and
yeah,
it's made it hard to sleep. I quote cartoon Bondurant there, but that's
yeah.
real shit. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Our past
It's
traumas make it easier for us to like. I write poems and shit, and
yeah.
it makes it easier for that to come out. So
Yeah, I used
I
to
don't
write
mean to
shit
cut
back
you
in the
off,
day.
but yeah,
I used to write poetry poems every week on Facebook back like when I was younger. That's how I started.
yeah.
Like, you know, I used to like English shit, like around pose the shit. But yeah, I just watching this man, and then like sure enough, I recorded my first EP in the school I was going to because I had music class and they had like a studio there, and the music teacher like saw something in me when I like started showing them my music, and it's like, "Do you want to record stuff here?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So sure enough, I recorded my first EP back in like 2014, and it was just from you know
Bro,
from
at
growing.
school, like
Yeah, I
that's
did it in
dope.
school,
My
man.
school wasn't gonna let you rap in the music class, record a whole ass
It
song.
was different. I never expected to be given that opportunity at like a fucking as high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, so he said, "Well, my dad, I naturally kind of got some talent, or he's doing it. Maybe I'd be all right at it." And you
Exactly. Like it's
naturally,
kind of the same situation where you look at the clowns, it's like, oh, if they could do it, I could do it. If he could do it, I could fucking do it.
And I say that to
yeah,
anybody watching this. Anything you want to do in life, the only thing that's stopping you is you.
Yep.
If you
right.
want to
And I'm
do it bad
stopping
enough,
me
you can
from
do it.
making a
You got to
fool
go
of
out there
me.
and do it.
I
The
ain't no
level that you
rapper.
do it on is up to you.
Hmm.
No, yeah, I feel it. For real. I wrote down some words to some songs that I may or may not actually bring to life, but like we'll get to that. I guess that ain't even necessarily in the questions. I mean, no, we'll get to that. I'm not gonna jump to that one yet. I mean, yeah, it just if I make a song, then it's whatever. It's for fun. I'm not trying to do this and make a living off it. Is all I was gonna lead
Yeah.
on to say, which could lead to, do you guys do this as a fuck it? I'm asking it. Is this like y'all trying to live off of this, or y'all both working 9 to 5s, or
We both work full time. But I mean, there's definitely money to be made. We play shows. We got merchandise. So there's where there's an avenue to make money, I'm gonna travel that motherfucker. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if something happens to where this is making a substantial amount of money to be able to not be working, then yeah. But until then, it's the 9 to 5, and this is not like a side gig. It's like the other job. You know what I
It's
mean?
definitely a second job, man. It's the dream that's become a reality every day that we put effort and time into this. Because the more time we punch in, the more gain that we get out of it.
Because I told him, I was
absolutely
like, dude, if we're gonna get anywhere, like I shouldn't even be doing this anymore at my age. But if we're gonna do this, give it a run or whatever. We got to do it. You know what I mean? There's no half-ass in it. We got to really. I told him, if you
apply?
want to be successful as the people that we look up to, we got to work at least as hard as they are or harder. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I look at like a Ouija Mac, and Ouija is dropping 4, 5, 6 albums a year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That
Dropping
man has put in
merchandise, doing
work.
shows. And I'm like, bro, we got to be in the studio all the time. We got to be writing all the time. And we got to be active all the time. We got to be talking about us every single day, unrelentlessly on the internet and in the real world.
yeah, man. Ever
I
since that,
definitely think I definitely think you got to stay on top of your game, but maybe you don't have. You're not trying to be the next Ouija. You're being the first y'all. I
Yeah,
don't know of too many father son duos. So as long
yeah.
as y'all are adequate, lyrically, it might become a thing and be popping for it. Like somebody's gonna catch on. There's this badass father son duo putting bangers out, and they're gonna like that shit. Or you know, I don't.
that's the
I
goal,
don't.
man. That's the
I'm
goal.
hoping that's the goal, right? So
Yeah,
it could
without a
work
doubt,
for
it
you.
definitely ain't about being the next Ouija. It's definitely about being
Right,
yourself.
right, right. I wasn't meaning that like that or whatever. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
being that you
just if
guys are
we got
unique,
somebody
you
that
have
we
your
need
own.
to try to aspire to have a work ethic like, it's definitely that young man.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And Crow, just like they said, firstly, let me tell you, I love you, homie. You got somebody that loves you here, and I'm sorry for what you've been through. Um, but maybe you are one of those people that should try. You said you're too scared to try to actually put some music out, and you've been through some SA. Dude, if you really think you got it, throw something down. Do it for you. Just,
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm I accept that I'm not a rapper and I'm not going to be a rapper. Even if I bring one of these songs to life that I've scribbled down myself, I'm okay with it getting 3 views and that's it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
just all I
it's the
was trying
fact
to
that
the
you
difference.
put effort. It doesn't matter if it was a little or a lot. If you're satisfied with the work that you put in, and it's a funny ass song that if your homies like that shit, then that's fucking dope. You know,
Right, right.
somebody fucking appreciates that shit.
But yeah, shout out to you, Crow. Whatever you have going on, I hope things get better for you. If you need to talk to anyone, feel free to reach out to. I'm sure anyone here. I'm sure Wiggles would even say the same. I don't know him
Absolutely.
like that, but I'm sure he seems like a very good guy. But and you can find our music everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes. It's Hell's Bells, HELLZ BELLZ. We have 5 EPs and 2 singles out right now. We'll have another EP coming out next month.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have all those links at the end of the stream. I ask these all my artists, whoever I'm interviewing, give me all of your links. I need everything. I need if you got a merch, if you got a link tree, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter. I don't give a fuck if you got an OnlyFans. If you want to put that link in there, that link's gonna get put in the top of the description of this video. So at the end of this video, at bare minimum, you will then be able to find all of his links or their links, because I do that footwork. I ask the artist, I annoy them, I bug them, I say, hey, let me get that shit, and then I put it in the video. So you'll definitely be able to get that.
Shit, I bugged you for this one.
And I appreciate it, dude. I really do. I feel bad. Like there was a point, and I say that like I've done a million. I've done like 70 almost now. But there was a point when I was begging, you know what I'm saying? Not really begging, I humble myself, but I was really reaching to try to get somebody to come on, and now it's slowly becoming like people are hitting me up. And now I got to work with my schedule. I got to work with their schedule. And then some people are more patient. Some people are impatient. Some people think I'm trying to dodge them on purpose. And it's like, whoa, I'm just a person, okay?
Right.
Firstly and foremost. But I appreciate it.
Didn't think anything like that. It was just definitely a high priority to hop on here with you, dude. Because
I love it. That makes me feel really good.
And I appreciate anyone that has a platform and is willing to put not only us on, but any artist in general. You know what I mean? You guys help make the wheels on the bus turn around, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
I hope that's all I can do is help to do my part to uplift the community. Let's move on. Who do you guys look up to in the music industry? Give me mainstream and underground artists, at least one from each thing. So who do you look up to that's on the radio, and who are you looking up to that's on the underground that somebody might not know? Who's your people?
I mean, I would say probably like Tech Nine. When it comes I don't know if you would consider mainstream or underground anymore, but I always considered him an underground artist. But Tech Nine, because he ever since he got on the scene, his work has never really stopped. They might have done a little bit of this and that, but his work ethic has always stayed, pretty flawless throughout his career. Being the age that he is, man. Doing music with Falling in Reverse, that's kind of crazy. He's getting his third, fourth, fifth wave off of this shit.
Yeah.
Really? And he's trying a new freaking genre. I don't know. I don't care. Do what you want. Do do country and then do gospel and then rap. I don't care. But some things don't clash, or voice tones don't mend well. But he's doing that rock stuff with that band now. I don't even know who it is, or he at least put out an album or two, and I fuck with it. Tech's doing all right with it. Now the next guy might not sound so hot doing it, but
has a way of making it sound right.
He's the technician, baby.
Yeah, exactly. He's a motherfucking technician. That's how he does, man. It's always how he's been doing.
Right.
Man,
okay, and you?
Shit, on the mainstream kick, it would have to probably be. I really because I don't really listen to mainstream shit like that. But if I listen to anybody mainstream, maybe Childish Gambino, man.
Yeah, boy. Oh, that's that. I love Child. Oh, that one song, anyhow.
I fuck with some Sweatpants. I fuck with This Is America. He's made a lot of bangers for sure, man. And he's managed to really stay himself throughout mainstream shit.
They gon' find you and catch you creeping. Ooh. Oh man, that's that shit, boy. You give me my feels for him. I'm trying to think. I don't listen to a whole lot of the radio no more myself. I can't remember the last time I turned on the radio, but I know I probably listen to some radio artist on YouTube or Spotify. So The Weeknd, Sam Smith,
Yeah.
Uh, there's some artists that I could probably mention, but most of those then are definitely outside of a horrorcore. Or like, there's some rappers that I'd be fucking with. They're mainstream, but
Right. Right.
mainly, I guess my underground scene is mainly for the horrorcore. I'm slowly coming up like by using like Spotify DJ on new underground just rappers, not necessarily horrorcore juggalo artists, just rappers, underground people trying to come up and
Yeah. Yeah.
whatnot. So I don't know, like I don't know if Machiavelli God, does he consider himself horrorcore? Do you know who that is?
Nah, I feel like I don't know what he would
He's just a
consider
rapper.
himself,
He's just a
but like
gangster.
he's definitely more on the aspect of like I guess kids would call it SoundCloud rap, like Suicide Boys and Ghost Mane, but I could say like
Oh, okay. No, I
like
ain't even
that
mad.
cat.
I don't know. I listened to a couple of his songs come on, and they're kind of catchy,
Yeah.
whatever. But I didn't know what he was.
Yeah,
My
man.
bad.
My
Hell'z
brother
Bellz
put me
is
on
spelling
game,
it,
man.
but the Z.
No disrespect taken either, Crow.
Oh, okay.
I guess when it comes to me, I gotta go. Man, it's like I want to say Ouija, but without the clowns, there's no Ouija. So I gotta go with the clowns when it comes to underground. They will forever be my top tier. Fucking everything to me. And then when we talking mainstream, I'm probably gonna say Kendrick Lamar.
Say who? Kendrick Lamar? They not
Yeah,
like us. They not.
Kendrick's dog shit.
Boy, he's all right. Yeah. I fuck with him. I fuck with like T Pain. I mean, I haven't listened to in a while, but like when they done that sitcom TV show, like reveal who's that artist or whatever, and everybody dressed up as like monsters and characters, but then they had
Oh
to
yeah, the
sing and
Masked
shit.
Singer. Yeah,
T Pain done a country jaunt that was. I would have never guessed he could sing some country.
yeah,
And boy, like what? So
yeah.
yeah,
He killed that
I
shit.
fuck with people. I used to gatekeep my own music. That's part of the reason, if y'all don't know, why I do these streams. For the longest point in my life, I gatekeep my own music. If the clowns didn't put them in front of me, or it was not radio, mainstream music, I didn't listen to it. I didn't know about little Watch You Woohoo Boo coming up in the scene. I didn't care. I that was selfishly. I didn't care. I didn't whatever. And then I don't know what changed really. Ouija Mac came into my life. The clowns put him on, let him come on that cipher or whatever. We done Lost Twisted. I was
Yeah,
fucked up. I'm like, man, I need some new music, and
Yeah.
yeah.
so I think that's kind of what started that little escapade for me, and I actually started listening to more underground music. And then as the years went by, I finally put myself out there on social media publicly for people to actually know me
Yeah.
online. And then I went to the gathering, and then people started to know me more. And then I had a platform, so I'm like, you know what? I owe it to myself. I owe it to other people. If I can get y'all, you right now, or anybody that I've already interviewed, if I can get you seen by one new person that did not otherwise know who you are, I feel like I've done my part, or just a baby step in trying to do my part to pay it back and be a positive enforcement in our community and culture. So
Very much so, bro. And you're very much appreciated. Trust me.
Oh yeah, man.
okay, let's jump on to another question there. Any current projects in the works? What's new? What's next? Do you guys talking about doing any tours together? Or you got any shows, any one-offs, or
A lot of shit coming up. You wanna
Oh yeah, we have
fill 'em in?
yeah, we have a new EP that we're working on. We currently have like 3 songs that have 6 songs that we're doing for this new EP, and we're dropping a full length this year later on in the year, more like spring summertime. And as for shows, there's a rack of shows that we're hitting. Um, Saturday, March 8th, we're going to Reading, Pennsylvania, hitting the Reverb for the Rich show in the Spirits of the Underground, a little like cross like tour event with AB Drive By with ABK and Blaze and Boondocks and Ritz.
No.
Yeah,
See,
man. It's
listen,
just,
I haven't really listened much since the split, and I don't want to dwell on that subject too much. But
yeah,
I still fuck with ABK. That's my
yeah.
dude, and it's funny because the fake ABK messaged me on Facebook recently, and I was trolling like a bitch, boy. Ah. I said you didn't use the S's on the list. This gotta be fake, boy. I know my homie.
That's crazy.
No, it was great, but no, man, that's what's up.
So we got that coming up. We got right after that we got
Um,
Millersville.
March 14th, Millersville. We're hitting the Axe tour stop in Millersville, Pennsylvania, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be Axe, SON, super famous Fun Time guys, Nihilistics. He's going to be out there. Shout out to Nihilistics.
Shout out to Nihilistics and Hell's Bells.
And Hell's Bells are going to be in that fucking bitch. So that's going to be a fun ass one.
Hell yeah, man. So y'all really doing it. You putting in the work like you said you need to. You're creating songs. You're getting out there in front of the public's eye. I don't know if I know this answer or if I had it as a question. So I'm just gonna, I reckon, ask it now. Like you just mentioned briefly on it. You said you came back from a tour and then realized that he was kind of doing some music, and then y'all. So how long have you like officially been doing music together as Hell's Bells and as a duo?
Together as Hell's Bells, literally like a year and a half. I mean, it had been talked about before, but it wasn't given a name and what it is today.
Yeah, it's been an idea since like 2021, but we haven't really started pushing this and grinding this till about like what, a year ago.
Yeah. And the last name, both of our last name is Bell, and the gimmick is the devil. You know what I mean? So that's where the name came from. Because we at first we was like, what are we gonna call ourselves? And he was like, I don't know, the Bell Boys, and I was like, Hell's Bells, and that shit stuck. And we was like, yeah, that definitely fucking works. So
That's
that's where the
clever. I
name
didn't even
came
know y'all's
from.
last name was Bell.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
that's clever as fuck. I dig
Yeah,
it.
man.
That's
Yeah, it
funny
really
because
seemed like
I
they were
asked that
fucking
later
laying
on
with
down the
Matt
road
Kitchen.
too.
What's that?
Cool. I have a question near the end that talks about how you came up with your name and your
Oh.
gimmick and your idea and stuff. So that's just I was saying it was ironic.
Oh, okay.
Um. Uh. Okay. So what's your and you both can answer separately. It'd be funny if it was the same answer, but I'm assuming maybe it'd be a little different. Again, given maybe your age, like one might feel this song better than the other. But what's your favorite song that y'all have done so far? So, I mean, it might be the same song, it might be a different song. I know being the father, you might relate on a different song a little stronger than, the younger cat might, or it might,
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Oh man.
What you got?
Oh man. That's a hell of a question, Wiggles.
I like to pick them.
All right.
He's a picker.
All right. For me specifically, it was a song off the Third Six called "Reap What I Sow," which really gave me a chance to like express my experiences with being younger and like trying to find like faith and trying to find God and like making me come to the realization that maybe that's not what I necessarily needed because everywhere I was looking was either in the wrong place. So I found faith in other ways, and I was was able to tell a little story about it.
So it would be Reap What I Sow off of the Third Six.
Yep.
The
All
final
right.
track. Mine would probably be what was it called? What's the one where I just simply go off and the vanity gets crashed?
You're talking about Pray.
Pray, yeah, Pray. That's on the our second EP. Just because of my crazy verse on that motherfucker, like I just
You go hard in
went
that.
off on that shit.
He really just
Yeah.
throws that at
And
fucking
it's one of
nowhere.
the first verses, one of the first tracks that we had written together, and luckily we both still had our shit for it years later when we finally got together and did this damn thing, and
Yeah.
now that motherfucker's out there, and it's an evil
Yeah,
mother.
we didn't really just hop in this just like, all right, we're getting this shit done. Nah, it was like years until we actually started getting to do this shit. And we were
Yeah,
both fucking
yeah.
around in our own personal lives before this happened.
Yeah.
Zara. I don't know if I'm saying their name right.
Zarya.
Zaria, Alone in the Mud is literally my alarm in the morning.
Yeah,
That's dope.
that's my girl. That's my my love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Roselle said, fun fact, software fire like the ones in hell actually burn blue. Look at volcanic sulfuric, I can't say the word, eruptions, and it
Yeah,
burns
sulfuric
blue
eruptions.
also. That's
Oh yeah.
crazy.
I'm
Well,
leaving anything
hello.
sulfuric alone. It usually smells like eggs. I'm good.
Yeah, it happens a lot
Yeah.
on my job when you try to wash your hands at the water.
Right.
It's kind of
Okay,
nasty.
so here goes a real question for y'all. And again, I feel like applied to you, it is going to be different than anybody else I ever interview. And
Okay, go
because
ahead.
of your difference in age and you're the father son duo, and I think that's cool. I think that could be your different element, man, in the scene that I don't know of too many others, if any. So that's
Right.
pretty dope.
It is, man. I
But
like that.
the question is, realistically, where do you see yourselves in 5 years? What's your 5 year plan? Are you guys going to be signed and living off of this music? Are you still going to be working a 9 to 5? Are you never signing a label, even if the option comes? You're staying independent, solo dolo till you rolo out the fucking, like, what's your 5 year plan look like? What's the goal? Where do you see yourself in
Um,
5 years?
well, honestly, in like 5 years, like I wouldn't. I would love to stay independent because there's just more of like a core fan base that way and a real way just to be able to stay and do what you want when you want versus having to be on somebody else's schedule. But would not be deterred to want to work with other labels that work with other artists from them. A lot of really good projects, right? A lot of good, flavorful projects could come out of those relationships in this industry. But I love to just keep it independent for us, keep it in the family
Let me
business.
let me extend the question. Would you guys create your own label in 5 years? Like, I mean, you're a band, but do you have an LLC? Do you have all the proper steps to be like
Not like
defined as a business?
No, we haven't got no LLC.
now, technically speaking, this is kind of like a collaboration between my little brand called Psych House and his label that he's on, Humble Hoodlum Entertainment, and we just really just kind of been rocking it like that for a while. But that's a really good question to think about in the future. Haven't really
Right,
thought
right.
about
Well, I'm glad I could have swerved something on you. I like to ask everybody because depending on like the age and how long they've been at it already, I always get a different answer. And typically, most people's like, "I'm just trying to get that money," and it is what it is. Some people like, "Well, I'll be working my 9 to 5," and still, I think one of the best answers, and this one kind of sounds like it almost fits you. Like y'all are going to be focusing on you, trying to build you. And if
it.
you
Yeah,
run some features that then can build character and establish connections and relationships to get to that next level, because
yeah,
obviously you guys want to do it to it. You just said it earlier. You're not half-assing it. You're not just doing this to fake it and make it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it for real. So then
yeah.
you really are going to try being real. So I just assume maybe that's where in 5 years maybe just hope to be at that next level. You don't have a handful of albums, couple really top notch maybe features in there.
Yeah,
I
Right,
don't know.
right.
eventually want to go on tour. At some point. That would be really good. That
Hell yeah.
good promotion. Like there's a
Okay.
lot of goals that we're gonna be hitting in the future.
Yeah, we got a pretty good festival that we're booked for on main stage that'll be coming up in I think it's in July.
Oh
That
yeah.
we're pretty damn stoked about. It hasn't been announced yet, but yeah, we're pretty. That's a pretty big move for us that we got coming up.
Okay. There we go. Um. Okay. So the next question, I like to ask it just as like the opposite end of the spectrum. If not music, then what? What do you think you guys would be doing? Would you just be working 9 to 5s, being jugs, or do you have other talents, hidden talents that we don't know about, or you don't show people, or hobbies you're really interested in doing? Or I mean, do you
Shit,
think it always would have ended up being music?
man. If not music, I'm working late nights at Lust.
Right.
I
I
mean,
feel it.
I was just like, I don't know, man. Some entertainment, bro, because like, some, because it's always been a part of my life ever since I was a kid. So I can't really imagine life without it being part of me somewhere somehow. If I'm not doing the
Right.
music, part, I'm at least pushing somebody who's trying to hit that. The
Right.
same shit that he's doing for me, I want to be able to do for somebody else.
Okay.
Because like if I'm not making it, man, sure as fuck I'll help somebody make it.
Yeah, that's basically
Yeah.
what the ultimate end goal is. Like, we want to get us to a point where we're up here to where if I do want to end up quitting, he's already up here and established and able to go on by himself if he wants to.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I feel it. I love it, man. That is awesome. Uh,
Yeah,
me, I am working a 9 to 5. What am I talking about? I'm the best YouTuber ever. I'm gonna live all. No, I'm not even monetized, folks. So, but I have
it,
fun with it.
It can happen. It can happen.
Okay. Where's the next damn question? Uh, okay. So what did you want to be growing up as a kid then? Was it a singer or was it an astronaut or a paleontologist? Believe it or not, Wiggles wanted to be a fucking cop until he turned like 9 and got a real reality check. Bruh, but see, I'm real. I call a spade, and I'll never bullshit to look tough. That was me. I wanted to be a fucking cop when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What did you want
that's
to be
crazy.
growing up? It ain't about Wiggles.
Shit, man.
That's crazy.
I think I remember I wanted to be a wrestler because I was really big into wrestling as a kid. He took me to WCW when I was like 5 or 4. I don't know. I was young as shit. It was still when WCW was still even a thing. And
Right.
I watched TNA when the clowns were on there, and that's also been a part of my life too for a while now. So wanted to be a wrestler, and then wanted to be wanted to be a freaking teacher when I went to college and shit. But then eventually it just all kind of came back to full circle of wanting to do music.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What happened? Oh, it's dark. It's spooky.
I know what
Yeah,
happened.
did you like click on your camera? Because if you, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm about to say
I don't
if
know what happened, but it
on the
did.
screen down there, if it where it says cam, if you click on that, it'll make your, well, I just zoomed in, but it'll make your cam disappear sometimes. And if you hit mic, you can shut off your mic so that we don't hear what you're saying if somebody walked through or what
Oh
have
no,
you.
it was definitely the lights here. They just like went out right now.
Oh, I
Yeah, you turned a whole different
got you.
one on.
Oh well, that's a later problem. We'll
Yeah.
get there. Don't worry.
Your girl said I was a wrestler. His girl wrestled at JCW last Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, she was in
Yes.
the JCW tryouts, and then she wrestled in the Battle Royal.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to see an icon. It's so small.
she kind
Yo,
of
lady,
broke his
beat
bitch's
us both
shoulder.
up. That's
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Like,
that's dope.
funny, not funny.
But right, right. Uh,
But she was there. She got the wrestle in the first match, the Battle Royale at Bloody Mania. That shit was crazy. Everybody
wait.
was everybody was chants Jerry, because they literally just catfight in the very beginning and rolled the fuck out. That shit was dope.
Bloody Mania, like when?
This past gathering.
No, I was there. You talking about what's her name? Her
Her name is Zari Ortega, but
Sorry, no, but she ain't the one that went up against the Tennessee Gangster, is she? Jenny Savage?
no. It was literally the very, very first match, the Battle Royale.
Oh man, I might have missed some of it trying to get there, but I was there. I watched Bloody Mania and one
Yeah.
of the JCW, the other match. I swear, because like I mean, I love wrestling and I like to be involved, but I don't know. I guess I don't watch all. Sorry, don't hate. I don't watch all JCW or whatever. But I was at
No,
the
bro,
gathering, my
it's
first
cool. I
gathering.
mean,
I wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to
I was
see
there to
that
support my
shit.
girl. It was her first gathering. She was having a hell of an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I talked to Jay
We
for like
literally
20
that
minutes
same gathering
backstage
we were
too.
doing sexy backflips.
What? Oh, when you should have brought her up too. She's like famous already in her own right. You got to talk to Jay for 20 minutes. I got to talk to him for like 5 VIP. 5 minutes. That's all I got. I
I
got a
mean,
picture.
it just goes to show, man. When you do shit at the gathering, you have experiences.
Right, right. Speaking of the gathering, that's a beautiful timing. Um, have you guys played the gathering or been to any? And if so, how many on both the chords? So if you played, how many times? If you attended, how many gatherings have you attended?
I mean, that is definitely a loaded question, but because there's a lot of answers to that question.
Yeah.
As far as playing gatherings, I've played 3 different gatherings, but one of the gatherings I was on the second stage 3 different times. So I played it 3 times, and I was on stage 3 times during the one year. So technically, I guess you could say like 5 times altogether. And this year will be my 20th gathering.
Yeah,
Damn.
I played the gathering twice. Last year was my second year playing, and this next coming gathering will be my 10th gathering.
Stop it.
Oh,
This
I
is where I
actually
show.
played 4. I forgot about last year. Yeah, so 4 times. I played last year too. My bad.
This is where I show my true colors. Not really. This is where I just get real down, dirty, and honest.
Hmm.
Last year was my first gathering, so I missed so much.
Oh
I seen
shit!
so much, but I missed so much. I
Oh
had it
shit!
all organized, so I thought I was gonna see this. I was gonna yeet halfway through to catch this, yeet to get there, hit.
If
Bruh,
it, look,
I
man,
don't
at
even know
least
what
you made
stage
it
y'all
though.
played on, but I promise I didn't see your set, and I'm sorry.
Nah, man,
You know, and
it's
I'm
cool.
saying like,
We didn't even really know we were playing until kind of like last minute. And it
Yeah,
was,
this year was just like a little side stage that some of our homies had set up, but we've hit the official side second stages too. Like I played it, like I said, 3 years. He played it one year. We done a tribute to one of our homies who actually started Humble Hoodlum Entertainment, the label that I'm on. They let us do a tribute for him that year because he got murdered, and he was on stage rapping his part of the guy that passed away that year at the tribute show.
oh, right, okay. I'm about to try to switch my earbuds out here. I don't know how well it's gonna work. It might cut out half for a second or something, but I just heard it say low battery, which I don't know how, but the other one should be fairly charged or whatever. Just make sure stuff keeps flowing, so just bear with me for a moment.
Yeah, do
hey,
your
no
thing,
problem.
do
We
your
ain't
thing.
going nowhere.
What up, everybody in the chat? If you've said what up, especially the Crow, I've been watching you, Ninja. Appreciate you saying you fuck with the masks and all that, and I appreciate you going and checking out the video and subscribing. Definitely, once you guys get down here tonight, go to the Hell's Bells channel. It's what is it on? It's Hell's Bells what?
Hell's Bells, Facebook or
He
No,
Instagram.
said,
on
fuck
YouTube.
low battery.
YouTube, it's
Just Hell's
yeah,
Bells.
it's just Hell's Bells.
Hell's Bells on YouTube. We got a video on there called Burn in Hell. It was shot by Grim Smiles and Knowledge, edited by Grim Smiles. And we'll be having another video coming out soon. So definitely check out the YouTubes as well.
I I gotta give a shout out to my homie right here, Juggalo Gamer. You said you've been to 20 gatherings and you've been to like 5 gatherings. I'm sure you would know this homie if you actually saw him. This dude, he's known as the Buff Shaggy. This boy is 6 foot and just like he's got biceps the size of my head. I don't feel any less of a man saying that. I would quiver if this man was against me. I would run. That's
I
just
feel
he.
that.
You ain't catching me with me.
Nah. Stay on
I'm
that
cutting
business.
out.
No, it don't sound too bad, I don't think.
Oh, okay. This other earbud, man. I hear like a water noise almost, and I don't know earwax or some shit. Boy, I need some better equipment. I'm telling you, I'm scrubbing, real scrub live.
Keep it scrubbing, baby.
Scrubbing.
So y'all been to a few gatherings and you played a few. And I'm guessing, are you guys? You said you have something going on in July. That'd be cutting it kind of close. If you get on you going to the gathering this year and you're gonna perform if you're selected.
Without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely. Within a heartbeat.
Man, I actually hope so. Now that I know you guys better, I would love to at least say, you know what, I'm gonna see their freaking show and actually come. You get a big old wiggles whoop in person, just
Yeah, we'll know what it's you, man.
I need that shit. Yeah, I need that shit whether we're playing or not. So we'll see you whether
hell
you're
yeah.
playing or not, Ninja.
That's fucking awesome. Big old wiggles hug. Dude, I
Yeah,
hugged so
hell
many strangers that I've never met in my life before at the gathering this past year. Like more people than I just hug in my life in general. Like I'm just running up on homies. Ah! They're looking at me kind of odd. Like I thought we all just loved each other. Some people
yeah,
a little
man.
hesitant, but I didn't give a shit. I'm like, let me in here. Ah.
Yeah. The more hugs, the
I'm a
merrier,
goofy motherfucker,
motherfucker.
dude. Uh,
Hell yeah.
uh, all right. If you guys, and you can answer this together or individually, however you want to look at it. Like I said, it's a little different with y'all. If you could collaborate with any artist that you haven't already, mainstream or underground, or and give us like an untouchable, somebody that you think would be in that untouchable range.
You
Who would
got
you
it.
collaborate with?
Shit, man. If I could collaborate. Shut up! Don't laugh at me. You know, I listen to a lot of ABK. I got speech impediment too. He know what it's like. But if I were able to collaborate with anybody possible, I'd probably collaborate. Damn it! Collaborate with Ruby the Cherry from Suicide Boys because there was a point in time when I was listening to a lot of like that type of music, and I always, you know, when I first dropped my first and only EP so far, when it comes to my brand Psychos, I posted a lot of stuff on it on TikTok about it. And a lot of people's like, this reminds me a lot of that Suicide Boy shit, and I mean, they weren't half wrong because I was listening to a lot of shit that's like when I was going through a little bit of rough stuff in my life, and it's kind of how I found that shit. And he influenced a lot of that era of my music career, and I just think it'd be dope.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I like some Suicide Boys. I also see where people think they're kind of like a fake, or I don't know, fake is the word, but I don't I don't even know what they're classified as. I
Uh,
don't think all juggalos appreciate them though. That's
no,
how I'm
but
gonna put that.
I think that's because like they do a lot of dark shit, and some of it could come off as horrorcore, but they don't claim horrorcore, and so
Yeah, right. So they almost
it's
seem like they're culture vulturing, or I
yeah.
don't know.
It's very much almost like old 3 6 Mafia, I would say, because they used to rap about that type of shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. What about you, Pops? Who would you want to collaborate with?
I mean, my all time is probably Ouija, man. I'd love to do a track with Ouija. I think Hell's Bells and Ouija on a track would be something completely fucking
See,
insane.
that's not even far fetched, bruh. You guys are
No, it ain't
adequate,
even far
and
fetched, honestly.
if you got 5 stacks, we'd be talking to people.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt.
So,
If you want me to go bigger than that, then I mean, I will go.
listen, Ouija's my Lord and Savior. I put the clowns #1, and I just said this in the Scroll Keeper Discord. And yeah, I'm a Scroll Keeper, man. I'm a fucking nut rider for Ouija.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
in
said
there
it.
too. I'm
He's
in
my
there too,
Lord and
Wiggles.
Savior. But
I'm in there
I
too.
just okay. So then you probably might have seen me say it.
Yeah,
I put the clowns #1, even though I don't listen to but or like love but 85% of their songs. But
yeah,
without them, we would not have us. We would
right.
still be at best fucking misunderstood misfits or rejects. But juggalos would not be an understood thing, or we would not at least be where we are today.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So the clowns are always #1, even if I don't listen to literally all of their songs all the time. Ouija musically, lyrically is kind of right there at my #1 right now, and then I got a couple others, and it trickles down from there. Obviously, I listen to a lot of the clowns, and they are above Ouija, no matter what, forever and always. In that
I,
aspect, respect.
I,
But
I,
yeah,
I think if I'm gonna go with something bigger, then I would go with like either a Method Man or a Red Man.
there you go. There's your untouchable, at least. Like, if it could, but and it might
Yeah.
not even be untouchable. You never know.
Although I did open for Wu Tang back in the day,
Ooh, like hey, you
so I'd
remember
at
when
least
I
have a pull
wasn't
with them.
nobody, but now you want to give me a shot? No, no. That's what's up, man. Got to make them connections. All right.
It is.
Who who have this question? I always say it too when I get to it. I need to rewrite it, but I don't know how else to rewrite it. And I really like to ask it sometimes because you get some interesting answers. Have you met anybody famous to you? Now, obviously, you said you've met the clowns, I think, or you met some artists, and that's great. List them all. I like to use I met Polly Shore with this answer because it's not a music person; it's an actor, a comedian,
Right, right.
somebody different. So if you have met somebody outside, you can tell me every artist you met, and I'm gonna say it with a big ass smile because that's what's up. But if you maybe met somebody else famous or famous to you, maybe list them too. I don't know.
I've never really met anybody famous other than like people that we paid for like VIPs or something to be a part of. But I mean, we've also been I've been like the promoter on shows too. So I've met like a lot of underground artists. Like we booked Hobson's first tour the first time he ever went out on tour. So we met Hobson and Swizz back
See
in.
that would be dope. I haven't got to meet Hobson yet.
I got a
Is he
song with
cool
Hobson too on
in
my solo
person?
album. What's that?
Is he cool in person?
Oh yeah, he was cool as shit back then. I mean, he was real. He was kind of like he. You could tell he wanted to be to himself.
Yeah,
Like he was
he was
like
very standoffish.
yeah, a person that really
Right.
just probably just kicks it by himself a lot. But he was a rather cool dude. Other than that, Swizz was real outspoken
Yeah,
and
he was
cool.
definitely more of the social butterfly, talking to everybody.
Another group that we booked that was cool as hell was Axe Murder Boys, man. And we booked them and even though I know Young Wicked done this and done that, man, every time that I've run into them boys, man, that dude acknowledges me. He's cool as hell with me, and so is his brother. So
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I've also met Lil White. Like I've also fucking picked up Cut. We picked up Cut Calhoun and Little White from the airport when we booked them. So I was like,
See,
rode all the way back from the airport with Lil White in the vehicle. Rode all the way back from the airport with Cut Calhoun in the vehicle.
that's
Um,
crazy. They're talking about having Lil White come to Indiana, and I don't think he's not to take away from him, I don't think he's as famous as he once was or as popular, but he's
yeah,
still legendary. I mean, he's dope. I would like to meet Little White, you
Yeah,
yeah,
know?
yeah. He was cool as shit, man. Definitely.
Hell
So I mean,
yeah.
I haven't really met anybody other than like we had to pay in some way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Gathered's the only reason I met a lot of people without paying.
Yeah,
Artists,
Yeah.
just people like Scum, Insane
yes,
Poetry,
yes.
and people like that. That's awesome to me. And without the Gathering, I probably would have had to pay for those encounters.
Oh,
When every time I've met Ouija, one way or another, I paid for the initial concert or something, but that don't mean I always had to pay for the VIP or
right,
whatever.
right.
Uh, yeah. All right. Enough with the heavy for a moment, anyhow. What's individually your favorite colors?
My favorite color is red. Always been very much always on the red. I don't know why. I liked it ever since I was a kid. A lot of the
Okay.
clothes that I wear are red or black and red. Uh,
Yep.
Always been my forte. How about you?
I like green. I like money. I like marijuana.
That is a good color.
I like the
This
the
man
green
said the
every
only
time
two
it comes.
colors that matter:
That color brings
green
good
and
day.
pink.
So yeah,
I'm
green.
with you though. Red's my shit. Yeah, I love red. Red's my favorite color, followed by like black, and then like I don't know. My color palette is actually yellow, even though I don't really like yellow. Like yellow and browns look good with my skin complexion or some shit. So they say. I don't know. I do like red and black though for my colors.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
um. What's your guys' favorite domesticated and wild type animal? And I'm gonna go first. I like dogs mainly, but I got a couple cats, but they got to be unique cats. My cats don't have tails; they're bobtail cats. I'd have to own a Minx or something crazy, not just some plain Jane cat. But to flip the script, my wild animal is a white tiger because those motherfuckers are purdy and they'll lure you in and then they'll kill you. That's it.
Shit.
Game over.
Ah, man, I ain't about that life. I like looking at them from afar. I ain't trying to get into that shit.
Right.
So yeah, what's your favorite domesticated and wild type animal?
My favorite domesticated animal would probably be cats. I'm definitely a big fan of the cat uh, animal. I would love to own like like I look of savannah cats. They look very exotic and you know
Yeah,
very fucking expensive though. So probably
yeah.
never gonna happen, but um, I love that. But wild animal, man, I do like the albino white tigers. They're very very like beautiful, very awesome to look at, and
Right, they're majestic. They're not supposed to exist. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. Like there's a lot of albino animals out there. Like there's albino red pandas, which they kind of look like raccoons, but they're the original
Yeah,
pandas.
yeah. What's up, an albino liger? Like, what about a
Yeah,
liger? What you think of
because
a fucking
how the fuck
tiger
are you gonna do a
lion?
liger, let alone an albino?
Crazy.
What the Napoleon Dynamite shit is this?
All right, Dad. What about you?
My shit, I guess I fuck with dogs the most when it comes to domesticated animals because I don't know, they're mad loyal. They're always there. They want your attention more than anything in the motherfucking world. Like you could have a bad day and you come home and that motherfucker just happy as hell to see
Right.
you, dog. You could not have nobody in the world, but if you had a dog, you'd always have somebody that was happy to see you when you got home. You know what I mean?
You done beat their ass, boy, and 2 minutes later. We don't deserve dogs, bro. The loyalty they have to us, it's
Yeah, man.
stupid.
You're exactly right. And then I guess undomesticated, man. I've always liked monkeys for some reason, dude. Like
Okay.
I'd be at the zoo, man. Like even as a kid, and I'd fucking try to drift off and go back to see the monkeys again. I don't
Man,
know
I've
what
been
it
telling my old
was.
lady I want a little capucci or whatever you call them, the little
Yeah,
small
the
monkeys,
little tiny
so I can
monkeys that
palm roll my
play and
dreads.
shit.
Just sit on my
Yeah,
shoulders.
Yeah.
yeah. It'd be
Man.
dope to see that together. A little monkey play on
Right.
your shoulder.
Just a homie sitting there on one of those rocks right there. You
You
know,
know,
like
at the
Charles
gathering in
Lane,
Indiana,
monkey on his
at the
shoulder,
gathering in
just.
Indiana, this chick was walking around with a fucking rooster, dog. The whole gathering.
Oh, wow. Throwing shit at homies. See that one? Get him.
Yeah, they can keep the shit throwing. I'm good on that part.
Yeah,
Rob just, that's what they do.
I know they wild, man.
and keep that shit
Uh,
for.
so this next question, it's almost like one-sided. Like, so for the son, I know which. The question goes as follows, and maybe, yeah, I say that. How old are you, man? Like, I'm trying to figure out where my age falls between you two.
I'm 47.
Okay, and you're how old?
He's 47 and I'm 29.
Damn, we're like right there in the middle. I'm about to be 33.
Yeah,
Like slicing y'all in half.
yeah, literally in that little in between.
Shit. Well, the question is, what music did your parents listen to? But obviously, you're his parent, so I know that. But I'm curious, what did Grandpa and Grandma listen to?
My dad was like big into Southern rock and
Like
and Kiss as well. And
Kiss
Kiss as
and
well.
ACDC.
Yeah, and some AC and all that kind of shit, man. Like, and he thought that hip hop or rap, whatever you want to call it, was just gonna be a fad. Like when I first started listening to it back in like probably like 87, I heard my first hip hop song. And he was like, "This shit's just gonna be a fad. It'll be over with. It's just something, that's here today and gone tomorrow." And here we are. It's the number one music in the world still today. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but he listened to that, and then my mom listened to country. Man, my mom enjoyed country music, so I didn't like anything that they liked really.
It
Yeah,
was definitely the
I
opposite.
definitely liked hip hop and rap. Once I heard it, it took me by storm. I grew up with it my entire life. I never really. The only rock I got into was kind of like the hair rock back when like Guns N' Roses and Poison and
Mm.
some Def
Yeah, that
Leppard or
yeah,
some
that's
Yeah,
Iron
that was my
Maiden.
first concert. True fact. I was like 12 or 11 or something. Def Leppard, they had their one arm drummer still. Like, that was
Yeah,
my first concert that I remember. My
that's
fucking
awesome.
Def Leppard. I'm a connoisseur of music. Aside from gospel and opera, if it's got a good tune, melody, it can make me just dance without me knowing why. I'm probably gonna fuck with it. Do I have my favorites? Yeah. Um, However, I didn't get like introduced to rap till 18-year-old range. My mom was all country music or fucking Christian or yeah, some rock. My father, he was a racist piece of shit, so there was no rap being played around him.
Mm.
And so yeah, when my brother Donnie came into the picture, he gangsta. He laid it on me, boy. Some Key Sweat and Too Short, and woo.
God damn.
So
Hell yeah.
but that I'm glad now, like, cause I'm well rounded. I like reggae. I like a little bluegrass. I really can't like. I have some country songs that I like, but I still
Yeah.
can't really just get the gumption. I can't just listen to country. I can't do it unless I'm
Yeah.
drunk and fucking
Yeah.
feeling sorry about myself. I
It's
can't
definitely
really
a
listen to
specific
country all that
qualification
much.
when it comes to
So,
country.
but yeah.
But
Uh,
definitely. That's where I kind of got looked at because like my mom and my pops like weren't together like my whole life. They're together for a little bit when I was born, but I got to see him like on the weekends. So on the weekends it's hip hop and rap and the clowns, and then when I go back to my mom's, it's like Alanis Morissette, Metallica, Guns N'
Okay.
Roses. So I
And
mean I
really,
like
that's
to
an
both
okay
levels.
range. That's a nice little mix.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I some of it's noise to me. Some of the like the screamo and metal, and I don't completely understand all of it, but it's for somebody.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely an acquired taste as well. I don't really understand my shit, but I'm listening to.
Right. Uh. Okay. So, do you have any siblings, and do they support your music career? So, does he have aunts and uncles? Do you have brothers and sisters? As you guys both look back.
What we're talking about?
Sorry, sorry, somebody opened the. We are being invaded. Sorry. What was the question?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Siblings. Uh,
Can
did
we get the question
so?
one
Do
more
you have
time?
any siblings? And
Yeah.
does how many aunts and uncles? I guess asking him, does he have siblings? And do they equally support your guys' music?
Oh, without a doubt, I got one, two, three. I have three siblings. They all juggaloed out. The youngest is 20, and then we got 22, 26, and I'm 29. We're just we shit. Every their mom and then our youngest, my youngest sister and her mom. They all were part of like listening to juggalo music and the clowns. So and every time we do a show, if they're there, they're wearing the devil mask and they're like hyping the last song up. So they play very much a part in what we do when it comes to Hell's Bells.
Okay. Um, dude, I have a lot of people come up here and they say, "Yeah, I got 15 siblings, but not one of them supports them." Or it's like it's where it counts to them. So like, oh, the clowns are we just shouted you out, woot woot woot, but they ain't bumping their music. They ain't showing up to their show. They ain't sharing their shit. So
Right.
I always like to ask that question and kind of see where it is for each artist or whatever.
Yeah, me and my I have a aunt and uncle on his side, and um, unfortunately, rest in peace. My aunt, his sister passed away not too long ago. But I remember growing up, and they were definitely down with the clown. Even my uncle Tony, he's still down to this day.
Hell yeah. And rest in peace. Sorry for your loss, y'all,
Yeah,
collectively.
thank you. We really appreciate
Appreciate that.
that.
Um, this answer too may I'm curious. It might be different. It might be kind of similar. And again, whoever leads. Uh, if you met the younger version of yourself, say 12, 13 years old, what would you say to yourself, if anything at all?
Myself, I would say, don't trust everybody. Be very much about yourself and save every dollar you can and work as hard as you can at whatever it is that you want to do. Because I should have went as hard as I'm going right now with music back when I was doing music when I was younger and things of that nature. So that's why I say that. That's pretty much what I would say. Don't trust them, and that's pretty much anybody. Um, and go and just go to fuck hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to look upon my younger self right now, the old me, I'd probably tell him, don't give up, keep working, and don't listen to what everybody has to say, but listen to
Right,
what they have to say. Take everything what people say with a grain of salt, but always believe in yourself because you know this is what you want to do.
right, right. At the end of the day, you're gonna be there for you.
Yeah,
maybe not the person you thought.
exactly. But it's I can't say it enough. Like this is literally what I've raised myself and have been raised in it to do this. And, this is definitely one of the things I'm really good at in life. And it helps in so many different ways from a personal life to just making and creating art. It's the outlet for so many different things, and being able to share it with the world, with the underground, it means a lot, that other people can relate,
Absolutely.
other people can enjoy, the same type of music that they might have, grew up on.
Okay. So we're coming up on an hour and 14 minutes, which is normal. These streams normally last an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how the flow is going, how, anything come up, whatever.
Yeah,
I I like to get somewhere to a point where I ask the chat. We've had a handful of people actually hanging out with us this whole time. Obviously, you've been more than able to ask questions, but I like to ask you guys if you have any questions for these guys that I have not asked and you're in here, or you know something clever about them that you think would make for a good answer down the road for a new fan that's going to find this video and discover them, and maybe they would like to know, or they would find it funny. It'd make them feel more connected to the artist, Ask that too, just to get that answer out there, because obviously I don't know them, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, this is your chance in the chat. If you have any random questions, go ahead and throw some in the chat. And while I'm waiting to see if anybody throws that question, I'm going to ask you guys, being in the underground scene, how do you try to separate yourselves from other artists? And I'm gonna say, for one, you're a father-son duo, so you got an edge right there. But do you try to do anything, I don't know, different to be different, or do you think you have something that's just maybe? I mean, generally we're all rapping or artists, but like, do you try to do something just a little different, or I don't know, like, how do you try to separate y'all's selves from anybody else?
yeah. I mean, we kind of like took in a little bit that we've learned throughout the years when it comes to juggler music and underground music as a whole, and really put a little unique twist on it as to where we're, in a sense, telling a story without telling a story at all. Like if you listen back to like the last 3 6 EPs that we did, we have so many different concept songs. Like we have a unique zombie song. We have like a shark stun song, but there's also stories, like a story that is like in the background of all of these different tales that are being told, and it's told throughout these EPs very well, and it really hits hard on the third six of telling the origins of what Hell's Bells is as a duo, as two hell spawns coming from hell to seek and wreak havoc on evil corrupted souls, corrupted humans that are polluting this world, and I feel like we do it in a very original, very unique way that is done differently than others have done before.
Hell yes. That is an awesome answer. Thank you for giving me a deep-winded answer too, and not just we try to be ourselves.
Yeah, man. Like I can't tell you how hard it was to actually like come with that answer because, like I said,
Nah,
it's been a
that's
labor
solid, boy.
process since
That's real.
2021, man. But once we found it, we found it.
And your girl said actually getting to see y'all perform live is so dope. Like watching you two be in sync with each other and really be in your own elements is something that can be so freeing. Like that, I love
Yeah,
the support that you. That's dope that you support him that strongly or them that strongly. That's cool.
yeah, man. Dusty Box is the shit, man.
Crow asked a question. Said I wear masks because I'm uncomfortable with myself. What's the reason you both wear masks?
Uh,
Honestly,
They
for
don't want to
me,
do face paint every day.
no, well, you go ahead, man. You go ahead,
with
take this one.
me, with me, the masks was like I said, it's not so much a secret that I'm up there in age. So in order for these people to look at me and take me serious in videos and when I'm playing live and not just looking at me and seeing some old man up there, you throw this mask on, and if you don't really know what's going on, who we are, this, that, and the other, you actually able to focus on just me, the person that's up there putting on a show, and the person that's spitting whatever's being spit, the tracks that are being performed live. You're not focused on the fact that what the fuck he this old man's still up there doing rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes away the human side of it and draws them more of the fantasy element that is involved in our music.
Hello.
Yeah.
He's back.
Sorry, so that was one of those moments where my mic done the whole, it wanted to disconnect and die on me, and then I had to switch them back out or whatever.
It sounded like you instant transmissioned in and out.
You got it.
It was really kind of cool.
Got that shit down to a science.
Man, I do it so much. I mean, I need better equipment, and one day I'm gonna be a real YouTuber and be able to afford some real good equipment. Fucking shit, man. I appreciate y'all keeping the flow and answering and shit, though. That was great. I could hear you. I just, at times, you probably couldn't hear me, or it might have blanked out my camera a little bit.
No, man, for the most part, you've been very, very consistent. We've been pretty much able to hear every question you've been delivering.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's see if I missed something. Bizarre decided to stop by at the end. Hi, Bizarre! Okay, so you guys kind of touched down on this a little bit. So I'm just gonna have you elaborate where you didn't already touch down. This next one's like a 3-part question, or I don't know. I really do need to reword this one better. But at any rate, who or what inspired / came up with your stage name and your logo? Do you guys in fact have a logo that is identifiably yours? If it's on a beanie, if it's on a shirt, if it's on a car, if it's on whatever, that is definitely like, oh, that's Hell'z Bellz. So it's kind of a 2-part thing that you break down into then another sub question. I'll let you guys just tackle.
Well, as for
Stage
the
name and logo.
Hell'z Bellz, the whole story behind that, we actually we were going by 2 different names prior to that. When we were first coming up the idea, I came up with Fam Syndicate first, but we didn't really start working on music at that moment. We were still, doing shit in our own personal lives. So when we came back to it, a few years later, we were like, Fam Syndicate don't work no more. We need to come up with something else. So we were like, what about the desolate ones? It's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then it was like, nah, that sounds like a black metal band name. Nah, fuck that. Then all of a sudden, he literally looks like he had a light bulb flash above his fucking head. His eyes open wide. He's like, Hell'z Bellz. Hell'z Bellz. With 2 Z's, with Z's on the end of it. Hell'z Bellz. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's the one. And then from then on, we came up with the whole look. We knew we were going to have some sort of devil mask, but it took a hot minute to really find one. And then it was Halloween, and he went and found a devil mask in a Halloween store, and it looked really good. It looked kind of different than what we normally have seen in the underground. So it was like, why don't we have masks kind of look sort of like that, but make it ours? And sure enough, Hell'z Bellz was born.
Okay, so then was this like a random mask then that y'all just found on Halloween, or is these specially created? And is there talks of actually going further into that to have something, specifically more like, I don't know, created for y'all, branded? Because I know you can
Yeah,
have people make masks; they're just expensive and
yeah. I mean, like
whatever.
it all started because we were looking for masks on like on Google, looking on like just shopping for like a devil mask that we could use, and then eventually, it came time we were doing a show, and he found a devil mask, and I was wearing some other shit that I don't remember, but we liked it so much that we wanted something that was like it, that was similar, but that was still unique to ours, but. We would love to like once we make another version of this mask, we'd like to alter it even further, but keep some of the features of this mask.
So
Right, right.
basically, this mask came from that original mask. It was just altered to make it our own, basically. But these were originally made for us, so these are our masks.
Yeah,
Okay, Noah said that was his question too. Uh, Bizarre
Yeah,
Plugalo,
they were
Ohio.
made by a dude named Phil Briggs.
yeah. Or
I'm
he's
not.
also known as Gravity Bleeds on Instagram.
Okay, I'm not sure what's you saying here, Bizarre. Are you saying plug Juggalo Ohio? Because you definitely could put that link in the chat. What is it? JuggaloOhio3.com. Y'all go get your tickets. Come hang out with Wiggles at Juggalo Ohio 3. I don't know if that's what he was meaning. I'm sorry, a little advertisement there, I suppose.
It's all good. It's all
and
good.
and there are two different ones. Peep the horns. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, one
No,
has that
I
and one
wasn't
has
sure if
that.
that still was like specific. Like, well, maybe he wanted his to be that coat. Just curious.
Yeah, no, we
Um,
definitely wanted two different variants of the same mask, but still like within the notice that this is a group.
Yeah.
and then do you have a logo, like a legitimate logo?
Yeah, we
Is
have a
that the logo?
logo,
Just
but we
anything
also
devil that says Hell's Bells, or
we
did you?
got
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
got it on the beanie.
yeah,
yeah,
so we
man.
had these beanies. Them bitches sold out in 5 minutes, so we don't have
Really?
any more of them.
Yeah,
Well, you need to make more if they sold out that quick. Shit.
Well, we got T-shirts coming. I'm picking up T-shirts on Monday to go with them, so we'll have the T-shirts to match here on Monday.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what's
So
like
up. And then do you guys just outright like just sell on site, or do you have a website or somewhere a
yeah,
third party that
basically,
you
like I
use?
can have my homie. We have humblehoodlum.com, and I can have my homie put them up on there. But right now, it's going to be a lot of hand to hand and getting bought at shows and through the mail, through PayPal or Cash App, or
Okay, we're
I've even
definitely
had
gonna
people
get that
send me
link.
cash in the mail for stuff, which is kind of crazy. But yeah,
Right.
they've been doing it.
yeah,
And yeah, so I mean, I can get it up on there. Humblehoodlum.com is the website. So when we're able to get merch actually online, it'll be on there at least to start.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get that link and put it in the description so people can go check out your guys' merch or whatever you got going on. Look, fellas, we have made it to my game questions. We're at an hour and almost a half, an hour and 27 minutes. I don't know, again, I've asked you this backstage. I don't know how many of my streams you've watched, but once we get through all those rolling questions, I try to lighten the mood with this little either or game questions. And you really just pick either or out of the options until it's like fill in the blank, and then you tell me an answer there. Pretty much just you'll same thing. Like let's just dad you answer and then son. That's how we'll do it, and um, we'll just go down the list or whatever. So
yeah.
with that being said, we start with Twix or Reese's.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Twix on that one.
I'm gonna go with Reese's, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh snap! A
I
little
love them both.
difference.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
yeah.
I probably buy Twix more than I do Reese's, but
I'm on the opposite end there. Like I think I buy more Reese's than Twix, but Twix
Yeah.
is very I'm a very fond of a Twix guy.
we're rather
Y'all
others.
eating each other's candies that the other one already bought. Man,
I used
that's
to steal
awesome.
his little Halloween bag.
Look. That's why you start taking me trick or treating.
Right. Summer or winter?
Oh
Summer.
man, summer.
Summer all day, man. Like winter is cool because like I guess it's the time where I like listening to depressing music because everything's cold and sad and depressing. But I
Right.
much prefer the warmth. I'm more like a cool I like a cool like 69 degrees.
Yeah, a cool summer night, maybe, but
Yeah, a
not
cool summer
freaking
night indeed.
negatives and. Nah, I'm
Yeah,
with
and
you.
then
I
wintertime it's
forget
like Mother
winter.
Nature can fuck off.
Yeah, I'm
Like
like
we need
that.
seasons for nature, right? But I need to move to Texas or something. I don't know that I want to be that far south, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, at any rate, day or night?
night.
Night.
Definitely
Okay,
night
yeah,
night owl.
that's me. I'm not a morning person.
Hell nah, man. I will if I have to be because I got to do
Right.
shit. But if
On
I have it
business
my
or
way,
whatever, I got to do what I got to do, but you're not going to like me. Don't talk to me
yeah,
too much.
exactly. I get most of my shit
uh,
done at night anyway.
Right.
truck or car?
Car.
Whatever that could pick me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cam don't drive. Cam's legally blind, so
Yeah, I feel more like I can't drive. If I want to, but they don't want me. They don't let me. I try every
I
time,
I
man.
just say you can always earn $1 with a truck, so I always go for a truck. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, sure, I'd have me a nice little sporty car or something.
right.
Yeah, I mean, like if I could drive, I would like a nice fucking Corvette Stingray, like an old model.
Oh, yeah. Let me get a
That's my
Dodge
type of
Viper for
shit.
no reason. I don't need
Yeah.
it, but I'm gonna
Thinking that
drive it
my ass
into a
probably wouldn't be able to
wall.
fit in that bitch.
I just bought both. That's
Ah,
perfect.
shit.
Um, okay. Oh, this one's fun. You're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going for a movie night or roller skate?
Oh man.
I'm probably gonna have to go roller skating because I'm so old I fall asleep in the movie theater
So
now.
I gotta stay awake, keeping the blood and juices flowing.
Bruh, yeah, I gotta go roller skating,
Nah,
bro.
man. I fucked the roller skating. Last time I went roller skating, I almost broke my fucking leg. So movie date, it's all the way. I was
Oh
just on a
man.
movie date yesterday. Ate Popeyes in a movie theater watching.
Listen, there was nothing like going to the skating rink on a Thursday, Friday night, man. All of your people's meeting up there, and that was just a vibe.
Yeah, maybe back. Yeah, when I was a kid, it was a vibe. But like nowadays, too much shit has happened. I can't afford to
Yeah,
break my motherfucking leg over some roller skates.
yeah, yeah. Pizza or pasta?
Oh
Pizza.
man, I'm going with pizza.
Pizza, man, because there's so many. I mean, there's different variations of pasta, but pizza, there's so many different kinds of pizza. You know,
Pizza.
pizza's amazing. Pizza's life, yo.
Pizza just has the fulfillment of you got the bread to fill you up too. You can almost put any pasta if you think about it on a pizza.
Yeah, I mean, you go
But
to
it
a
don't mean
pizza,
it
you can get a
tastes the
mac and cheese
same. It
pizza
don't
all day.
taste the right. So some people will argue that, but yeah, I feel it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this one's for your fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. 'Cause I know what you're thinking.
Cam can answer first.
Uh, I'm active, I guess, more on Facebook than Instagram, but that's if you call it active. Like, I'm very much a in person type of fella. Like, I don't know. I have a bad habit of not being on social medias because I think social media is the devil, pun intended. But if I am on anything, it's Facebook. By you.
And I'm on both. I do a lot of the posting for our stuff, so I'm on both
Yeah.
as much every day as I can
He's
be.
he's he's the social media guy.
I gotcha. Can y'all still hear me? These headphones
Yeah.
don't like me, bro. They are definitely like, look, we trying to kill you out.
Man,
Hit me with the
I
low
don't know.
battery.
It's just
The low
becoming like
battery
a
probably means I got like
stressful.
15 minutes on this earbud, and maybe in 15 minutes this earbud will be charged back up. We're almost through these. I don't want to rush you guys, and I don't want to cut you short. You guys have been great. You're a very interesting pair, father son or not. You could just be homies. Like if I did not know better that you was father and son, I would just think y'all was homies in a band, and there's a little bit of an age gap. Like y'all are very intriguing.
Yeah, man. Because like, I've definitely been his hype man a few shows time again.
Yeah,
So we've had a lot of chemistry working like together in music before we even were even a group.
yeah.
Tell me something. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, not as good as I could, but yeah.
Yeah, this just died, so now I'm like screaming in the phone like this.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Technical difficulties. Wiggles is taking care of the situation, though, ladies and gentlemen. Do not fall asleep. Pick your nugget up off the fucking table.
Dust it off, brush your
Like,
shoulders off. You know.
Roll a blunt
trying,
right
yeah, we
up
can
on
hear you,
the
but
rug.
you can tell there is no mic hooked up. Man, damn it. Okay, we're gonna. I hate to do it, but we're gonna have to kind of speed run through some of these, or I'm gonna pick the best ones. So, firstly, we're gonna see that motherfucker. It disconnected again, huh? Wait,
Yeah.
no, there. Okay, I got
You're
you.
back.
Son of a bitch. I'm just gonna ask this one. You got to walk 3 miles in the rain, or you got to walk 5 miles in the desert, provided some water and a little bit of shade. Which are you choosing?
Well, we walked. Um, we did walk a few. I don't know if it was a few miles or what, but it was like the last day of the gathering. It was pouring down, raining. We walked a few miles for some blunt wraps, and walked back.
No.
Yeah, that shit was pouring, man. But Blunt Man was still open like a G. So I would say 3 miles in the rain.
Yeah, fuck it. As long as it ain't cold and it's like summer rain, I'll do it.
So I'm gonna have to scream at you guys here. I'm gonna have to use my Wiggles voice to make this
All right,
last little rap work.
it's okay. I want to
dying,
feel the
bro.
words hitting my ear face.
Nah. Fuck. Yeah, just give me a second. Let me idle for a minute. Talk to the chat.
What's good, chat?
Chat.
Are we chatting in the chat room, chat?
I want to chat with the chattables.
I wish I could chat, but I can't read.
They call me a chatterbox.
You're a chatterbox because you be chatting so damn much.
Chatty
He
ass.
chats with the chits and chits with the chats.
You're a chatty ass. No.
Anything popping in the chat room?
Man,
Was
I see
good.
27 dogs.
27 dogs, and they're all shitting them my lawn.
No, there's dogs back there.
Oh, there's actual dogs?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what's going on.
Listen, y'all. Real quick, just answer this question for me. You're given $5,000 cash, but you have to pick one store to spend it at immediately. Where are you going?
Does it have to be a physical store?
No, it can be where.
I'm going to a bank card.
He's going to buy some beats.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some beats. Nah, hold up. If I got $5 in my hand, or
Yeah.
cash,
Well, technically, it's in my hand. I release the money depending on where we go, but yeah.
okay, fair enough. All right, bro. I'm probably hitting somebody up for a feature for real. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hitting the Ouija's and the hexes. I'm hitting the axes. Somebody's getting on a song with us.
Right. Hell yeah, that's a new answer.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna ask this one too. My girl asked if you could be any animal, fictional or not, or a fictional character, what would it be? She does digital art and she draws people as chibis and characters and animals and this and that. And sometimes she'll get bored and she'll take one of the artists I interview and draw them up. So she asked this question:
Must be
what would
some
you be
devilfish.
if it was a fictional character or if you could be an animal?
What do you think?
I feel like, bruh, yeah, with some devilfish,
Yeah, we'd be fish. We'd be devilfish.
devil sharks,
That's
devil
freaking
dons.
dope.
We could be some devil dons.
Hell yeah.
Jason
Okay.
State the fuck with me now.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Ah, that's what's up. All right. So, oh, I don't know what to throw in here. So I'm gonna throw one of the fill in the blanks at least before this really just cuts me off, y'all. And I'm sorry it's coming to this point, but I'm bouncing back and forth between earbuds just to give you guys vocals. I don't know how these weren't charged. I'm
Bro, it's
sorry,
all
but we
good,
have
man.
almost been live for 2 hours.
It's hard to be a real YouTuber out here, Wiggles, you know?
You know. Uh, damn you. Shit.
Man, one
He
day.
clowning me now. I deserve it. I'm not worthy.
Nah, you
Uh,
good, Wiggles.
You're more than worthy.
We appreciate it, bro.
Listen,
Yeah, the picture stuff.
my favorite vacation was blank. What was your favorite vacation? Rather it was together or
Gives me one from when he was a kid, and you give me the best one from your memory.
You got any specific vacations that you remembered that you enjoyed?
I mean, other than going to the beach with y'all, just gatherings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, gatherings because every vacation that I've went to, as they were nice, they were nice experiences, but nothing has been a quite experience as a gathering. You can go to multiple gatherings and have different experiences at each of them and have something to take from them. That's one thing I've learned, doing all this jugging that you can never expect the same shit at every gathering, at every festival.
man, that's facts. Okay, I'll take it as an answer. What's the craziest thing you think you saw at the gathering? Mine would be watching Rigman smoke Clockwork E's butthole hairs on the pirate ship.
What did he say?
Clockwork E, Rigman smoked, done a dab of his ass hairs.
Wow.
Yeah, he smoked his
So he's
ass.
saying, what has we seen that's crazy? This is what he's seen?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
he's seen. What have we seen that has been crazy?
Oh, man. Like, I seen that fucking, that train that was being ran on that bitch at the gathering, that Jelly Roll was, like, down there back in the day. I seen that happening. I seen a train being ran on Drug Bridge back when Drug Bridge was a thing in Illinois.
Man, I saw one at this gathering too.
Yeah, I seen a dude lose his virginity on stage at the gathering at W Fuck Off one year. One of the bitches was nice enough to fuck him real quick or let him get a quick one off.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I mean, I seen an ass eating contest. That was pretty rad. A dude trying to
Seen
take
a
on a
making
girl.
man doing a line outside the pit at main stage is definitely up there, but the stuff that happened at the freak show tops it all. Man.
Yeah, that freak show's a story of its own. I didn't go to it, but I heard the stories.
Oh yeah,
I've seen some of the footage too.
yeah. When the motherfucker dude put his sack in the metal fan. Oh, that shit was
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah, man, that shit's stupid. But I watched and like the bowling ball to the nuts and
Ooh.
fucking stupid shit. Stapling your nutsack to the table with the nail
motherfucker
gun.
nailed his sack to the.
Oh,
It took
bruh.
forever for that nail to get taken out of his nuts, bro. That shit was rough.
Crazy stuff.
Ridiculous. As Widget said, you can't look away.
Can't fit
Yeah,
that.
that's no.
That was a real hole in the set.
Yeah, you can take your little regular vacations and shove it up your ass. I'm going to the gathering.
I don't know if it's gonna allow me to ask before I get cut off again. You never know with these headphones. Do you guys have a favorite ICP song? Is that too hard to narrow down? Or your favorite album? Your favorite Joker's card?
Oh man.
My favorite Joker's card is Ringmaster.
Mine's the Wraith Hell's Pit. That's pretty much like the one. Like I always loved Riddle Box, but like Hell's Pit, the Wraith was one of the last one that I actually got to experience from the original six. You know, growing up as a little young Juggalo Junior.
Right, right. I'm a sucker for the Great Malenko. Favorite songs. It's hard to pick just a favorite. If I'm put on the spot, I'd say like How Many Times or Boogie Boogie Woo or Nobody's Fault, something like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of hip
But
hop.
believe it or not, like I really like Bang Pow Boom and Mighty Death Pop. I don't know. It's hard for me to actually narrow down some shit to be real, and I ask people to narrow down and pick one. So I'm
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
a
know if I
hypocrite
could
in
do a
that.
song.
Yes.
But I definitely have a different. I have a favorite card, man. Like I feel like Ringmasters when they really started to find themselves, and then just from there they really evolved into what they ended up being.
So what do you think about this new deck that wasn't supposed to be too? Do you guys have any opinion on that? Like, what do you think we're to expect out of these new songs we're about to get? Is it going to be hashed up bullshit? Is it going to be fresh juice to leave our hearts going for the next 20 years?
I mean,
Or
I hope it's good, but I mean, I just wish that somebody would tell these guys sometimes that, hey, that ain't it. I feel like a lot of times they got a lot of yes men around them, and a lot of stuff gets put out that shouldn't be put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
And
every time when Mikey Clark is involved, he always seems to have a way to really focus the clowns in on like what they're really supposed to be about. Not saying what the stuff that they put on Yum Yum Bedlam was bad. Not to everybody. There was a lot of shit that people could take from that was good, but it seems like when they have all of the right, chemicals in the mix, they're really able to put
to
out
be
a
real,
very much
I only like
ICP
Pug
product.
Ugly on. Ain't that on Yum Yum Bedlam? There's Pug
Punk.
Ugly, its own album. The fuck?
yeah, it's its own EP, but it is a song
Yeah,
as
that is
well.
right.
But
My fault.
if they had taken all three of them seeds along with Yum Yum itself and along with the lore of Yum Yum or whatever it was, and just made one album out of all that and made it be Yum Yum Bedlam, they could have had a good album.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
instead, we got a good track on this one, a good track on that one, and good. You know what I mean? And they could have had one really strong album if they would have just done away with the bullshit.
Wicket Widget said Mikey Clark is doing the sixth.
Yeah, that's what they said, and it's supposedly called the Knot, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna get more about that at the gathering. Really, they announced that little like teaser thing right before it. I thought about the knot, and then like I don't think they spoke on it. Just something wicked comes this way or whatever is on the amulet and
I
jugger
thought we'd
rolls.
end up
I don't
seeing
know
the face at Hollow Wicked maybe, but we went to Hollow Wicked and that definitely didn't
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah, there was no
And
reveal.
they didn't announce shit at Ballas. They did sing a new song or whatever, I guess, at Ballas. I don't remember what it was called, but they came out singing and it was I.
Yeah. was
I
was it the Christmas thing that they did?
think, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I
it
was
on
produced by
recording,
Mikey Clark
but I
too.
don't remember the name of it, and I don't even think they came out and I think they just said this is our new single, and then they just started rapping or what the fuck ever. I don't even think they said what it was called.
No. Yeah.
Which my ass was like half tired by the time the clowns finally came out at Ballas. Like I dig JCW, but like it seemed like 90% of Ballas was JCW. Like
yeah,
man, like give us more concert. But it was still cool. I don't regret it.
right.
Yeah.
So if for some reason it seems like my headphone gave up on trying to die now. I've been waiting for it to say battery low. I was trying to press y'all to
Life again.
right quicken up or something. So let me dig real quick. The best part about the beach is blank. Fill in the blank.
Bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, what else you want me to tell you? Bitches.
Bitches.
Motherfucking
Sandcastles.
Sandcastles. There it is. That's the answer.
I don't really
Sandcastles
fuck
and
with the ocean
Coronas.
like that.
Sandcastles and bitches, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I come on here trying to say, yeah, it's the bitches in bikinis, but for me, that question's actually like personal. You know, I'm a fucking hippie, dude. I love nature, and there is nothing better than the realization that something is bigger than you. You can never beat Mother Nature, no matter how strong, how tough. The
Right.
strongest person in the world cannot beat Mother Nature. If she wants to succumb you and take you, you're done. I don't care. And I really have a real respect for nature and humanity in that aspect. So that's why I like to throw that question in there. Plus, I mean, I never got to go to a beach like the saltwater beach, the ocean, but I've been to plenty of freshwater beaches. I love, swimming, fishing, toes in the sand by the water, the whole bit.
Hell yeah. Always good to get out into the actual world. That's why I like the gathering a lot too, man, because you're outside the entire time.
Yeah, you really are. Unless you're hoteling it.
Unless you're a hotel,
You're hotel
Every time you see that, you're gonna know like I switched to headphone. But see now that time it said
Yeah.
medium. Look, fellas, I'm not gonna keep playing this game. I don't want to disappoint y'all. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. We have been live for 2 hours, and I have got to ask you most of the important questions. If
Hell
there
yeah.
is something that maybe you think that I did not get to ask that you would like to just get out there, you can go ahead and say that. What I am going to say is I'm going to open the floor for you to shout out, promote. So anybody, anything that you want to just give them some respect, props, shout out to, whatever, respects to. This is that moment. I thank you guys for taking the time to come onto my stream, my channel, make it a point to, get an interview with me and give me some of the time out of your day because time is precious. I don't care who you are. And I really do appreciate it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on to my channel.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. It means a lot that we're on here. It means a lot that you're allowing us to express and show the parts of the underground. What a new up and coming horrorcore duo, father son, would look like. In this modern era of horrorcore hip hop. And would like to just shout out Humble Hogan Entertainment. And Blotter Gang, they definitely help out a lot when it comes to you know Psych 6 shit, Hell'z Bellz shit. Um, Grim Smiles, produced the first music video that we done. Among many more that are gonna come out in the near future. Um, Anybody you got shout out?
Shout out Super Row, Humble Hoodlum.
Yep.
Shout out to all of his siblings.
Yep.
Alexis, Mo, Casey Bears. Shout out to my baby moms. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to Wiggles for having us. Shout out to everyone that's been in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to Undergroundaholics. Shout out to the Hordecast. Shout out to Bartle House Radio. And shout out to anybody that's, looking for something new to listen to. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna keep hitting you fucking hard. We got new music coming out next month, and we'll have a new video
Absolutely.
within the next 2 months. New merch is
Absolutely. We're
coming
gonna get
out. We'll
those.
have that on Monday.
We're gonna get those links from you and get them in the description. Before my mic cuts out, I want to end my stream like I always end my stream. Tell somebody you love them. Okay? Life is too fucking short, and you don't know who needs to hear this shit. And you might be the person to alter their course, their mindset in that moment, in that day, in their fucking life. Like, you may think you're nobody, but your words of encouragement and wisdom and just showing somebody you love them can really change somebody in their moment or in their day. I don't know how many times I've been homeless and I wish somebody was just like, hey, you need to talk. I can't offer much, but let me just listen to you. Because people say they do that shit, but they don't do it. They're not worried about you. They're worried about them. So
Right.
just take a moment to realize you can't tell what somebody's going through just by looking at them. You don't know their story.
Right.
So just tell somebody you love them, man. You know.
Hell yeah.
And I'm Wiggles, and we out of here.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
We
Whoop
are
whoop.
this out everywhere, streaming on all
Yeah,
platforms.
You know.
and we're gonna
HELLZ BELLZ.
yes, and we're gonna get those links. Check the description of this video and start following them on all their shit.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir. I'll get everything to you as soon as possible, Wiggles. Thanks for having us, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's been an amazing